Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
Here we are, two of us today.
Yay.
If Patreon's your thing, check out the link in the description below. Loads of stuff on there, starting for a bargain price of just
£1.50 a month.
You won't regret it. Check it out. It might be for you.
Yeah.
This is a bit of Watch Mojo with top 10 musicians who saved their career by changing their look.
Ooh.
Tina Turner on there, but I don't remember what she looked like prior. I guess it's when she was with is it Ike? Was that Ike
Turner? That's right. Yeah.
Don't know what she looked like then to change her image.
I think it's sort of straighter and blonder hair, was it? Something like that. Sort of straighter hair.
She was always known for having quite leggy
that's right.
a look, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of people who may have changed the look that might be on here.
Yeah, I mean, people spring to mind, but they did it all the time. Many people like Bowie, even Madonna. But they were just coming up with new images, weren't they, rather than changing the look as a whole.
Yeah.
So not sure whether they'd be on it, but it's slightly different.
Should we get into it? Let's have a look. See what it is. Top 10 musicians who saved their careers by changing their look.
I think I'm taking on a new direction, but I have to say.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today, we're counting down our picks for the top 10 musicians who managed to achieve great success after radically changing their image. We're including some who were successful before changing their direction, but whose change positively impacted their careers.
Yeah, Bowie.
Number 10. Alanis Morissette. Alanis Morissette was not quite the instant success that you might think. Her first two albums weren't indicative of the alt-rock angst that would eventually follow. When she finally dropped her more clean-cut image after album number 2 failed to break through internationally, the Alanis we all know and love was born.
And I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away.
Jagged Little Pill was one of the biggest sensations of the 1990s, a
album,
bona
wasn't
fide
it?
Yeah, it
classic
was.
of the era.
Yeah.
Gone was the dance pop that had filled her first two albums, and in its place, a truly dark and attitude-heavy sound that proved to be an instant hit. The change in sound was accompanied by a change in look, which was darker, grungier, and less frothy.
And isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
Number 9. Kiss. Kiss made their start in the early 1970s, originally coming from the ashes of Wicked Lester, a band which included frontmen Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley. They recorded a single album
Never
under
heard of
that
them.
name,
No.
but it was shelved by their record label, never to see the light of day. Simmons and Stanley realized they
why.
needed to change their direction and do something to make them stand out. And so, the addition of Peter Criss and Ace Frehley came with some experimental makeup and costumes. The rest, as they say, is rock and roll history. Kiss briefly took off their makeup in the 80s, but in general, it is a huge part of their image and appeal.
Nah. Can't take them serious like that.
No,
Not having that.
It's not the same, is it?
It's not. It's not. I don't even know who she is on the right. Yeah? It's not the same, that, is it?
No,
Just
not at all.
nothing about the same appeal.
No, it's absolutely bizarre.
I mean, I'm not a massive Kiss fan anyway, but
No, I'm not.
That just doesn't look right.
No, Kiss is Kiss, and they've got to have the makeup on, haven't they?
Yeah.
All day long.
Number 8. Miley Cyrus. Shedding the reputation you've spent your whole adolescent life building is a tough task. But for Miley Cyrus, watching her distance herself from her Hannah Montana moniker has been quite the experience.
Mix it all together and you know that it's the best of both worlds. The best of both worlds.
As Miley grew up, her style changed.
It's funny with Miley Cyrus because as Hannah Montana, I don't think she would have carried on the career longevity, if you want, of what she's got now as Miley Cyrus. You know, I think it would have sort of probably come to a relatively sort of fizzled out as Hannah Montana, because it's like that younger generational sort of like.
Yeah, never really into that sort of
No
program, to be honest.
No.
Because my boys never watched it either. But I again, totally different music as well, though, isn't it? A bit like Alanis Morissette before. I mean, a lot of hers was a look, but a lot of it was the music as well. The music changed completely and, you know, backs it up.
But when you think about Miley Cyrus, I forgot about Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, so did I, actually. Yeah, I
I
forgot she did that.
And then when she's come into Miley Cyrus, she's come right into being like a grown woman sort of thing. Like a very Madonna-esque sort of like...
a bit more grown-up look and,
you
know, a lot more raunchy and stuff like that.
Just as much as her priorities as an artist. However, after hinting at a change in tone in her 2010 album, Can't Be Tamed, Cyrus, well, and truly ripped up the playbook with her 2013 release, Bangers.
We can't stop, and we won't stop.
Bolstered by singles Wrecking Ball and We Can't Stop, and sporting a new provocative look, Cyrus found a totally new level of success. And she followed that momentum all the way through the decade and into the 2020s. Number 7. Lou Reed. Lou Reed finally hit a wall with his band Velvet Underground as the 60s came to a close.
Thousand dreams that would await me.
After 4 albums, it just didn't seem as though commercial success was in their future. So Reed decided to carve out his own path, enlisting David Bowie and Mick Ronson as the producers for his first major solo success, Transformer.
Hey, babe, you take a walk on the wild side. Oh, honey, you take a walk on the wild side.
The album and its tour saw Reed jump on board with the ongoing glam rock movement, introducing bleached blonde hair and makeup to his look. The songs themselves, of course, stood out. However, Reed's willingness to ditch his sunglasses and dark attire in favor of something a little more colorful kickstarted his acclaimed solo career.
Oh, it's such a perfect day. You just keep me hanging on.
Number 6. Elvis Presley. During the 60s, Elvis Presley seemed to prefer movie roles to music, and even though he made a successful return to the stage in 1968 for his comeback special, he still needed to find a new spark. While it wasn't instantaneous, eventually the next period of Presley's career would present some results. Suspicious Minds was Elvis's first #1 hit in years, and a series of highly lucrative concerts and extravagant stage productions signaled the beginning of a new chapter in his story, one with a much flashier look. Ultimately,
He was massive, wasn't
this
he?
run of Vegas
huge.
residency shows would burn him out.
Do you reckon he's the biggest name in the music ever?
He's got to be one of them, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's got to be right up there.
Yeah.
People like Michael Jackson probably right up
Yeah.
there as well.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
But then obviously you've got certain bands as well.
Yeah, like the
probably
Beatles.
like the Beatles, way up at the top. But
Yeah, Rolling Stones.
he was just worldwide, wasn't he? Elvis, he was absolutely everywhere.
I had a crazy story someone told me about. I was at my friend's house. I don't know if I told you this story. I was at my friend's house, and his dad used to be the head of sport for ITV.
Yeah.
Right. So they'd gone to Las Vegas to sort some boxing stuff out, and the wife was sat there telling us this story. My friend's mum, and she said, and they come over, and she says, I didn't like the guy who was dressed in all the glitter and had his collars up. Thought he was something bloody special. Turns out it was Elvis Presley. She was having dinner with Elvis Presley and Muhammad Ali.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
They were guests of Don King.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mad that, right? I think they were in Las Vegas.
They've
They've gone over to negotiate something for the TV.
Yeah.
For ITV Sport.
Ah, right,
And they're having dinner with bloody Elvis Presley.
That is some guest list, that isn't it?
But she said I didn't like the guy. He come over and just went, "Hello, ma'am." Should have thought he was full of himself.
One of the biggest pop
Right,
stars in the world.
I know, right? Yeah. I was just like, "What? I've never heard this story." Yeah.
To the
Brilliant.
point that it contributed to his untimely death. Even still, when the day came, there was no doubt in anyone's mind who the king was. Number 5.
the king, wasn't he?
Elton
Oh, yeah,
John.
big time.
Elton John came onto the scene with a pretty regular everyman kind of appearance.
Fly away, skyline pigeon fly.
However, after proving his compositional chops on his early records, John became one of the most sought-after performers on the entire planet when he glammed up his image considerably. From the mid-70s onwards, Elton really let himself get loose with his fashion.
He's my brother.
All of a sudden, a ticket to see Elton John in concert bought you a lot more than just a musical experience. The stage shows became more flamboyant, his costumes were increasingly eye-catching, and of course, John's revenues well and truly soared. Number 4. The Bee Gees. On the long list of inspired musical left turns, who can forget just how shocked the Bee Gees left the world when they pivoted from soft rock and folk to disco in 1975. In the 2 years before that, the band had been struggling to replicate their earlier chart success, making the need for a change as clear as day. What we didn't see coming was a move from their original style to all-out disco, complete with an appropriate new sense of fashion. And the
distinctive
biggest
voices.
shock of all,
Yeah,
the
very
Bee
much
Gees
so.
became a dominant force in the late 70s, contributing some of the most essential songs in the entire genre. Is there a more well-known disco song than Stayin' Alive? We're not sure that there is.
Yeah, good point, that. Yeah.
Number 3. Tina Turner. There might not be a single greater return to form than the one pulled off by the legendary Tina Turner.
Big wheel keep on turning. Proud Mary keep on burning.
She carved out success initially as part of a duo with her husband Ike Turner. Years of abuse at his hands led her to leave him in 1976, and her first 2 solo albums failed commercially. Turner was dropped by her label and took 5 years to make a third try at a solo success.
I'm your private dancer, a dancer.
Can you imagine being that person who's head of the label and dropping Tina Turner and then
I know,
being
yeah.
known as that guy?
Yeah,
You
and
know,
then, especially if she goes on to be as successful as she did as well.
Yeah, and all sat in the next meeting, they'd be like, Frank, you've said your bit. You were the one that let Tina Turner go, so you just keep quiet on this one, right? We've got the Bee Gees coming in. Just pipe down.
Got jive talking or
Don't
something,
say-
it's called, I'm not sure.
Yeah, don't you say a word.
Thankfully, that album was 1984's Private Dancer, a multi-platinum release that saw her climb back up to the top of the charts. The album had a maturity to it, which was reflected in Turner's new appearance as well. After years of uncertainty, Turner had pulled off the unthinkable.
One love, but a sweet old-fashioned notion. What's love got to do with it?
Number 2. The Beatles. The Beatles managed to earn a level of fame that was totally unheard of in the early 60s. But the effect of being that very same group for even a second longer would have ruined them.
And now my life has changed in so many ways.
For John, Paul, George, and Ringo, their music was everything. So when their adoring fans screamed so loud at their concerts that they couldn't even hear themselves play, they made the sensible decision to retire from touring.
Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes.
But that wasn't the only thing they did. The Beatles truly matured in the mid-60s, growing out their hair, changing their clothing styles, and becoming 4 individuals instead of one corporate package. We're glad they did too, because for many people, their best music was released after they made this move.
Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to Strawberry Field.
Before we continue, be
Tune
sure to
up.
subscribe to our
Yeah.
channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. David Bowie.
Yeah.
David Bowie was no stranger to changing his image.
Put on your red shoes and dance the blues.
While we could talk about his time as the Thin White Duke or his later move to new wave-infused disco on the album Let's Dance, Bowie's most significant switch-up came a lot earlier. After failing to make a mark for most of the late 60s, he finally found chart success with Space Oddity, but it wasn't a formula that would last.
And the stars look very different today.
Despite releasing the excellent The Man Who Sold the World, Bowie wouldn't find his true sticking power as a rock star until he became Ziggy Stardust. The glam roots were first planted on the album Hunky Dory, but everything after that saw Bowie expressing himself through his image in the most perfect way imaginable.
Oh, you pretty things.
But which image switch-up do you think was the most impactful in music history?
Yeah, like I say, he had a few Bowie, didn't he, over the years? But I think the one that Let's Dance, probably like early 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think he'd been in a bit of a lull, sort of like mid to sort of like late 70s.
I think David Bowie's a bit of a myth.
How do you mean?
I don't think he's as big a name in singing as he is his image.
Yeah. Oh, right, okay.
So I think his music's. This is controversial a little bit. I think his music bang average. I really do. He's got some good songs. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Right. But for me personally, I mean, music's very subjective anyway.
Of course it is. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Big
And
time.
it's people's opinions. Someone's going to like Britney Spears and someone's going to like Kiss. You know, and
Yeah.
you've got everything in between. But I think with David Bowie, I just think that his music was relatively just mediocre.
Yeah.
I would say, but his images pushed him, elevated him higher.
I get what you mean. Yeah, it's more image than substance
Yeah,
sort of thing.
yeah,
That's what you think.
yeah.
No, I get why you think that. I mean, I think he's had some brilliant tunes out. Not all of them, but
He's had a few good
there's some
ones.
great tunes out that I really, really like.
But if you talk about some of them on there, and you talk about the Bee Gees or Elton John or people like that who were on there, and you say name me 15 songs by these people, you can name 15 songs. Someone says name me 15 songs by Bowie, you'd struggle.
Yeah.
You would.
Controversial.
Yeah,
controversial.
It is. I just think he's a bit of a myth of being like this major like rock star, pop star.
I know what you mean, but
So
I think sort of Madonna's a little bit like that, to be honest. She's a hell of a lot of hers. I mean, she changed her image over the years. And
You're right.
As a singer,
Yeah.
she's not the best singer in the world.
But
not
her,
by a long
but her
stretch.
songs were very appealing.
Oh, yeah, the appealing
know what I
songs.
mean?
But I think
Yeah.
the image, again, I think that her image sort of elevated it.
You're right.
But, I mean, she's been a world pop, so don't get me wrong. I mean, she's been hugely
Yeah,
successful.
yeah, you can
I'm
name-
not saying
you can name a
she's-
few.
I'm not saying she's bad.
Yeah.
But
There's a few that's gone that same route. Britney Spears is probably sort of like similar sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
The look probably took her to levels. Miley Cyrus is what we were talking about before. That provocative look, takes you to a little bit more higher levels than what it does as like whatever in certain things like that.
I think some have got the substance to back it up. Some maybe haven't quite so much.
I think Bowie's
but,
definitely got the substance to back it up.
Yeah.
But I just think his image was higher than his songs.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Right, okay.
I think he was no more of a, like I said, name me 15 Bowie songs, everyone would be like, Space Oddity, Starman, and then you start struggling, Let's Dance.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, you're struggling already. But if I shown you 15 pictures of Bowie, you'd be like, David Bowie. Ziggy Stardust, David Bowie.
Yeah.
Because they're iconic pictures that are well known.
Oh, yeah.
He was more of a fashion model than a singer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
can see. You can just imagine the posters sort of in student unions, can't you? And, student digs and stuff like that because of the images.
That was
were
appealing. It was
absolutely
appealing.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course it was. Yeah,
But, you probably wouldn't see a picture of Barry Gibb up in the,
No.
the student union. But everyone.
But
will
you
know
remember the songs.
But everyone will know every song.
Songs more. Yeah, I get that.
And that's that's where I'm going. Don't get me wrong. I don't dislike Bowie.
Yeah.
Bowie's one of my favourites. So I like persons to listen to certain songs he's got. But I think he's just a myth of his songs being like a legendary artist.
Yeah. No, I get what
Whereas
you
I
mean.
think he's more of a legendary fashion icon.
Yeah.
Than he was a singer.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
I mean,
What do you think? You're going to get them going now in the comments.
Everyone's got an opinion. It's
like I say, it's subjective, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, there's certain, pop stars out there or bands who are absolutely worldwide famous, but I'm not keen on.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's just like
You've
say,
got the
it's
biggest
your
one
own
now.
taste.
What's the name?
At the moment,
Just on the Eras tour. What's the name? Mine's gone blank. Who?
Taylor
Taylor
Swift. Oh yeah,
Mine went blank. Don't know. I probably couldn't name you 3 Taylor Swift songs.
I probably couldn't either, to be honest.
But she's the biggest star on the planet.
Yeah.
Dunno.
But that's fine.
But that's, people, she's selling out stadiums. Everyone will sing along to her songs. Everyone will, she's doing all that kind of stuff. She's a proper superstar.
Yeah.
For singing and image and everything she's gone with it. She's took the whole package and gone with it.
And that's it. And if someone like us, if we're not overly keen on her, that means that she's not any good. Again,
we're no yardsticks to measure
we're
anything.
not the target market anyway.
No.
But it's like I say, each to her own, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
I've just got that thing with Bowie.
controversial.
I think that's the changing the image elevated him.
Right.
To levels where his songs still would have kept him at the same level.
Yeah.
Whereas Alanis Morissette, for example, her songs went great. And she just changed it. She just changed a look, an image of a look, a little bit grungy, like they said. And
Jagged Little Pill was, I think
yeah.
it was more the music than her style and her image, to be honest, because it was just great music and great lyrics and everything. So
there you go.
Yeah, that's what we think anyway.
There you go. Let us know in the comments what you think. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.